What up, guys? Nick Erntier here. I'm going to go over a recap of the trade I made today and why it was historic for me, and kind of show you what I was thinking and all that stuff. This was straight up from my strategy of the video I posted a couple days ago about how I've been day trading SPY options wise. So I'm an options trader typically, and yeah, if you haven't seen my other video about the strategy I've been using, I kind of came up with, it'll either be down below in the description, or if I can actually figure it out and I try and I'm smart enough, I will post a link to it up here in the corner somewhere or something, if I can figure out how. So check that video out if you haven't seen it. So this is what I did today. I'm using Thinkorswim, and so today is Tuesday, which means yesterday was Monday. So here's the daily chart. So yesterday, SPY, if we zoom in, didn't really, I mean, it went up and down and up and down. The 200-minute moving average was just kind of blah. Kind of started going up here, but I didn't trade it yesterday, and then it kind of started going down, and it was, you know, a jumble 50-50. Didn't make a play on it. So then pre-market stuff kind of went up, hit a mini daily high. So it came out here post-market, or whatever, post-market the day before, pre-market here. So it comes out and it's like, all right, we'll zoom in and we see that SPY, we zoom in, is kind of trading sideways. The 200-minute moving average is kind of what I go on. It hit it and then came back down, and then hit it and leveled, and then kind of hit it and came back down. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe a downwards trend, and then it started dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. I was looking at it and thinking, okay, and then it started dropping more. Here's a low, here's a low, and then it kind of started to recover. But I was thinking, all right, might be getting time. Kind of recovered a little bit and started dropping. Here's a new low, mini pullback, and over here kind of came back up and came back up, but the whole time it's under the 200-minute moving average. And here's the mini pullback that happened. Made kind of a few little moves here, but the 200-minute moving average was still coming down. I looked at my stocks on my watch list, and most all of them were red, which was saying market's kind of going down, and which is what the moving average was showing anyway. And then it started to drop and drop, and I bought right here, okay? And my thinking for that was, it's gonna probably make the new low. That was right here, and if it tests that and breaks it, then it'll be good. So what I did, I actually kind of screwed up, because I was looking back and forth on the options chain, and I was like, oh, which one should I do, which one should I not? I wanted to do this April 27th one, which was like 3 days out, and I wanted to do a put, obviously, and I wanted to go out of the money. I wanted to do like $1,000 on it and set my stop for like 30-40%, which is what I've been doing, and it would have allowed for a bit of variation, you know, that far out of the money, but still 1,000 in the delta was like 35. But instead I did something that was like, when I was switching back and forth between the charts and looking, I was like, oh, what should I do? Is it still going down? Still going down? What I should have done was taken the chart, detached it, and moved it, and watched the option chain and the chart at the same time on dual monitors, but I didn't do that. So what I ended up doing, I was like, all right, I want to get in. So I did it on the April 25th, which is tomorrow's expo. Now, so I bought my put, and I bought the 265.5 put, which at the time was out of the money quite a bit, like 4 strikes out of the money. And once it went through, I bought 10 of them because they were like $1.02 a piece. Went through right away, and I went, oh crap, wrong expo. It's going to be super, super, super volatile. So as you can see, what happened was it like went up slightly afterwards, and I was like, oh boy. And then it went up again, and I was like, oh great. And I'm looking, and already from here it was like, you're down $50, $60 in like 2 minutes. And I was like, oh buddy, it's like it's not going to test the low, and it's going to revert and cross the 9-minute moving average and just keep going up. So I was ready to hop out if it hit the 200. But it kept going. Then after this, it went down and down and down and down. I was like, all right, good. And I'll zoom out just a hair and scroll over here. So it got here and broke that low right there. So there's the low. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm pretty good. And then it kind of went up and tested again, and kind of went up and tested again, kind of went up. And the whole time I'm moving, I'm watching monitoring my progress, and it's going, all right, like up $200 for this little bit of move, up 200, up 150, up 300, up 200, and I'm just like, oh, it's way too volatile for me. Like, we'll see what happens, but it is setting new lows. I'll let it go. And this, I got the 45-day or 45-minute average. It was on the 30, and it was getting pretty close to the 30. And then it went down and tested this low here, came back up, and then I was watching it, and it just goes boom, 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 3 big drops. Well, you know, few big drops, and then was right here, and I was like, all right. I looked, and I was up 50%, up $500, and I was like, all right, I'm up $540 actually. I was like, time to get out. So I sold right here. And then it went down a little bit more, and I was like, whatever. And it was up like $600 here, $650, and I'm like, I left $100 on the table, and it started to go back up, and I'm like, all right, good. So I sold here. It took 23 minutes. Okay. But then everything happened throughout the day, and it just kept going down and down and down. As you can see, new low, tested, new low, tested, new low, new low. So, and even lower and lower and lower and lower. So if I would have sold right here, I was watching it kind of, and it's not a good thing to do. Once you take the trade off, you should just, if you're not going to do any more trades for the day, you should just close out everything. Don't look at it. Don't go back to it. Take your profit and say, good, I did good. Or if you lost, take your loss and say, that's fine. But, you know, I didn't. But then it went up and down and hit the low there, and then started going back up. And obviously you can see what happened. Went up. At one point in time, I would have been up like $1,400 or $1,600 instead of the $540 I made. So here's my trade and my timestamp. So I bought it here, I bought the put at $1.02. I sold it at $1.56. Made a 52% return, $540. Yeah, so that was my trade for the day. I was straight from my strategy that I used. That I've been using for the last week and a half on SPY and the DIA, Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. So it just really even shows the power of options, how it went from, what was it at, 266.12 to 265, so it dropped a point, 1.12, and I ended up making 50%. Options are crazy good, high risk, high reward, but if you got a good strategy and you stick to it, it can really play out and work out well in your favor. Another reason why I sold here, I was looking at the RSI and I was like, oh, it is super oversold. It's going to bounce back up. And it did for a little bit here, but then just kept going lower and lower and lower, obviously. That's all right. I'll take my profit, and yeah. So if you guys like this video, if you're watching on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe. I don't have hardly any subscribers, but whatever. My videos don't get tons of views. I try to put out good content. It's just hard to get seen. So if you know people who trade options, or you like trading options, or like trading, or whatever, let people know. Comment on if you want to see some types of videos from me. I'll put that out there. I am in a chat room. It's a paid chat room. I'm there almost every trading day. I'm calling out option plays, everything I do, answering questions for people. I will put the link below to that. Super good community. Like I said, I'm always in there. I'm always trying to help people and put my opinion out, give advice where I can, teach what I can. So, and check out my other video on how I day trade SPY, because I go over more in depth on what I look at and how I do. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.